Welcome back. This is Jammin again, and part 3 of the Empyrion Galactic Survival Beginner's Guide. And so there's still a few more things that need to finish making, but we can get some things accomplished while we're waiting for that. And I know you're probably excited to see the ship, but for right now, I'm going to set this thing up because we can really get fuel going if we do this. Now, you can see that harvester module kind of, you can put it a little higher, a little lower. I'm going to put it right there in the front, and it could have actually gone one tick lower, but that's okay. And then I'm also going to bring this wood controller, that's this thing right here, number 6, and I'm going to put it right there inside of this hover vessel. Now, if you have weight restrictions on, you're going to notice something real quick with it set like this, and it took me a little while to figure out how to fix this, so that's why I'm showing it to you like this. So I come right over here to this tree and grind away, and you can see one set of trees, which was 11 logs, already puts me at 88%. Alright, so I'm going to sit here. Since I don't have weight restrictions, we're going to get a bunch of wood, but later on I'm going to show you how to get by that. And I'm doing all this because right now I'm waiting for all that stuff to finish making in the constructor, and then we'll be ready to go and find a better drill and something called a multi-tool, which really helps you strip down broken down aircraft really fast and stuff like that. So we're just going to go ahead and get a bunch of trees real quick. And you can see I really like this thing, and of course, like I said, if you put the limitations on, you're needing to figure something out right about now, because you could only cut basically one tree down. So let's see. So if you open up the P menu, just like for putting in fuel and stuff, you can go to this devices section. I've put this harvester, I put all this stuff on it and I forgot to group it, so I just hit the auto group because I really don't understand what way you would group, but you can, I guess you can make your own group and then start adding pieces into it. But anyway, it automatically puts that in the harvest group, and you can open up this container and move the trees right over into your inventory. And I am gonna just go ahead and get like 200 of them, because we want fuel to be making the whole time we're flying around in space and looking for all this stuff. So that'll be a great way to make sure we have more than enough fuel. There we go. And at this point, we're also starting to run a little bit low on all the iron and copper and stuff. Oh, that tree is bugged or something. It won't hit the tree. So I don't really know why, but we're going to skip that one. We're going to grab this one. Or maybe that's a stone pillar. No, that's a tree. I don't know why it's not working, but anyway, that's okay. Guess that's something the devs will have to look into if they get a lot of reports about it. Anyway, the other thing I probably should do before I start going into space too far is get enough plant protein to make another couple sets of bars. So let's, this little guy's going to attack me. I'll go ahead and take whatever's on him and grab this. I'm going to do a little bit of running around grabbing plant protein. I just thought of that I was going to be low. So you basically get 2 every time you do those, so you have to find 10 or 15 of them, and you got more than enough plant protein. Whoops, I just flew by some corn dogs. You got more than enough plant protein to go into space for quite a while, or go do what you want for quite a while, because those, you know, those protein bars will last an hour and a half, and if you have 2 stacks of them, you're pretty good for 3 hours. Not always, but you know, and you can always supplement it by killing other animals and making the steaks in your portable constructors. So go. But I find plant protein to be the most reliable source of food, and it's kind of a high maintenance activity until we get our base, but we're almost there. It's going to take the base a little while to build, but within the next 2 videos or whatever, we'll have the oh, I didn't even show it. So I went in here to get this ship that I like, this Javelin for a starter, and very soon we're going to have this. That's the next thing I'm planning to build is this this Blue Moon base. So we're going to go ahead and get a multi-tool and get a drill, and then head into to find the stuff that we need to make that base. So let's see how much plant I have. 18. I'm going to start on making 10 energy bars and keep looking for more. These guys right here don't actually attack you unless you attack them, but if you do, it's at least 2 shotgun shots to take them down, and they hit pretty hard. So don't just stand right up next to them when you start shooting. Get a little distance between you and them. A little more plant protein. And unfortunately, like your your tree grinder or whatever won't do anything to those insects. And he's mad at me now, so I'm gonna go ahead and take him out with the shotgun. And same thing with those big guys. If you were to hit them with your tree grinder or whatever, they'll start attacking you, but you can't do any damage to them. So again, kind of be real careful when you're around stuff with this. And see, I get my OCD's kicking, so I'm gonna take the wood out of there so I can't see that I've overloaded that thing. That's a good amount. And hung up on something there. All right, let's see where we're at. A little bit more. Right, let's see where that puts us at and go back to the base and get things going. So there it is, the teleport station. All right, I'm going to turn this off for now, but we're not going to use that again for a little while. Put half of the logs in here and half in here, and get another 100 biofuel started on each one, and that'll be good. Something I'm going to want to do is go ahead and take the biofuel out of this one and shift click it to make sure that those are both completely full, because we're constantly going to want oxygen being created, oxygen and water. So, and you can take those little water bottles. If you start on the planet that has no atmosphere, you can take those and you can make these emergency O2 deals. So you would want to place one of those and get some fuel in it almost as fast as possible, because I do know when it starts you on a planet with no oxygen, it starts you with this suit that we made, so that's kind of nice. But at the same time, then you're not only looking for food and bandages and stuff to get going, but you're also looking for oxygen. So it could make it real interesting, if you know what I mean. I'm going to pick up all of these assault rifles that I made, and oh, there's a couple more. Wow, all right. And the reason this is you can't just put the armor on. Like you can see, it's like, how do I, right click it, doesn't do anything. So that's why you have to make this armor locker. And then it also has these two boosters, which we're going to deal with real quick, because when you're in space, it's too cold to get out, and even with the suit on, and also there's usually at least a little bit of radiation in every section of atmosphere. So we're going to do a couple things. I've loaded a lot of the ammunition. I'm going to go ahead and load all that I have right into this ship. And oh, I didn't load it in the ship yet. Okay, so I've got all of the ammunition that I had created. It's in the ship. Just like with every other weapon when you first... Oh, forgot about that. So the weapons on this thing are retracted. You have to hit P and open turrets and weapons. And then when I click, it's going to go ahead and load ammunition into it. And now let's see. My reputation is friendly, but I'm going to go ahead real quick. And I'm going to do those Polaris missions again just because it's easy experience and money. And so I'm going to activate this mission, this is the one I kind of skipped earlier because I didn't have a ship. And that being said, these first ships that you're making, they're pretty weak, so you want to kind of be careful that you don't just think you can have a big fist fight with everybody. But if you're careful, and see, they don't even get facing towards me right off the bat, so I can get those first two drones real easy, and they're always near the teleport station. And then these rocket drones, you just have to be careful that you're strafing, because if they hit your cockpit, you're pretty much going to get blown up with one shot. So we're going to take those out, and this one out, and this big thing here is a detector like your little detector. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come down to these ships and hop out, and I'm going to shift F them to loot them. And that's good stuff for building things later and all of that. So kind of nice. Always make sure that your ship with the C key is as close to the ground as you can before you get out, because I have left it sitting up in the air like this far before, where I'm pointing my reticle at, and I had to go and make a base block and make a bunch of stone blocks and kind of build a stairway I could jump up to get back to it. So be real careful that you don't just get too excited and hop right out of your ship while it's up in the air. So anyway, grabbing all the stuff out of this, and whoops, let's see. So I'm gonna head back to the base real quick, because I just remembered I'm probably getting low on fuel in the constructor, and I don't know if it's even making anything, but I want to keep, you just have to keep, this is survival, you have to keep feeding the beast, so to speak. So I'm gonna get real close. Let's see, where is it? Right there. I'm gonna get close to my base, and I'm gonna hit the Y key to turn off the ship. I'm gonna turn it back on real quick. So even if you're up this high and you turn off the ship, it'll just slowly float down and it doesn't take any damage. So a lot of times I like to go ahead and turn the ship off to land, because it'll set it right and all that good stuff. So anyway, all right, the other thing is, now that I have a suit, you can hit J, and if you looked in the bottom left corner there, that jump jets turns on and off. So now I can actually use some jump jets and get up closer here. And I'm going to put all of this fuel right in here, and that's going to keep this going for a while. Again, you can see the radiation is just chewing me alive over there. And then I'm going to put all of these parts that I got off of the ships right into my constructor for now. Not really going to do anything with it, but alright, so let's see. I'm going to take these energy bars and put them up here, and I'm going to tell it to make 10 more, and it's not quite going to make 10, but that's going to be enough to get where we need to go. So, back in the ship, I bring up the detector, and what I am looking for, it has to do with that. So this is all Talon, I know that from playing. I don't see Polaris anywhere. That's not fun. So we're going to fly around a little bit, and we're going to try and find the Polaris guys, which we've been working on their reputation when we're doing those missions. So let's go looking for them. Okay, didn't take me too long to find them, I don't think. We'll see, but the one I was scanning, it gave me this one little hit on the whoops, that's more than I wanted actually. So these are all this is part of their settlement, but what happens a lot of times is if you find this stuff, you're not going to find the trading station right near it. So I'm gonna go ahead and fly up close to it. We are friendly with them, so nothing's gonna happen. Make sure you don't accidentally shoot them or anything, because your reputation turns real fast, and it's very hard to get back. Once you lose reputation with a group, you have to go to their area and kill like hostile wildlife to get wow, sorry about the stuttering. So we have a secure bot, we have a sanctuary. This area, typically I haven't been able to find any kind of vendors associated with this stuff, but we're gonna just go ahead and at least discover all of it. Secure bot, I guess that's their, you know, like defensive turrets or whatever. Looks like to me. Looks like if you were an enemy, this guy would make a mess of you. So we're but what I'm looking for is the trading stations. I'm just gonna keep looking around. Sorry for the driving. All right, so that is, again, I have looked through these buildings and I have not been able to find a vendor, so I'm going to keep looking for the POL trading station, the Polaris trading station. And let's see if maybe on the map. So there's something here. There's something up here, so it's maybe to be one of those two. I'm going to go ahead and keep going this direction for now, which is southish. And it looks like those are resources. Also, you can see that over there is red. That's going to be an enemy contact. And again, in this little ship, you don't want to move too close to their bases for sure. If it's just a drone, it's no big deal, but usually when stuff's sitting still, it's going to be a little bit better, a little bit bigger or whatever. Oh yeah, see, we've got drones and all kind of stuff over here, so I'm not gonna spend too much time heading to their into their territory for right now until I get a little more established. So let's go up to the north side and see if I can find the trading station. And if worse comes to worse, if you can't find the trading station, you can always, if you start running through this storyline, it takes you to the teleport station where we went, and then it takes you to look for some ships that we're going to eventually find. And anyway, it eventually takes you into this Talon area, and you do some stuff for them, and then you then it takes you to Polaris, and you do, and so basically as you're working your way through this, oh there it goes, so it goes Solo, Talon, Polaris, and when you go to this totally overpowered, that's the station that I'm looking for. So if I have to, I will do some of the missions to find what I'm looking for, but usually it's not too hard. I had one game where it was all the way on the other side of the globe, and that was kind of a pain, so. Keep going. Okay. I'll tell you what, before I figured out how to use the factory, I would be driving that hovercraft all around trying to look for stuff, and when you try to get over these mountains and things, it really just was, it wasn't a lot of fun. So I do like this, oh, this looks like it might be what I'm looking for. Nope, not it. At least we're getting experience for scanning around. Let's see, where else can I go? There's no more points of interest that are kind of... see. No, I will be right. Okay, there we go. I think that I have found it now. Let's find out. So it was really far away. That happens every now and again starting a new game. Usually, if you look at the map, yeah, that's going to be it. Usually, here's the Polaris that I found before, all the way over here. And this guy is all the way around the globe, kind of long ways away from him, but usually that's actually really close. However, it's not that hard to find, and thankfully with a flying ship, things just are a little bit better. So we're back in Polaris. Let's see what it is. This might not be it. No, I think that's it. Yeah, that's the trading station. Okay, good. So, one thing I'm going to point out, see the number on the door there, whichever one you come to is, you want to make note of that number, because once you're inside, I'm going to turn the ship off, go into first person mode, with the V key, by the way, again. So this is quarters, and if you come in the quarters, there's a shower and stuff. You can actually use the shower and use the toilet. They don't get mad at you. One thing you want to see how it's got red warning there. It's telling me if I, the red writing, if I open that up, I'm going to go automatically to unfriendly, so that's bad. The other thing that this has is a medic station, so that's good. The shower removes any radiation that you've been exposed to. We at this point hadn't gotten it, but so there's the numbers on the ground. If I go out 1, I'm not going to find my ship. If I go out 2, you know, etc. So, and the other thing that this place has, if you didn't want to make your armor locker, you can bring your armor here and put it on, or put it in there, but or put it on. So, but this is the main thing I was headed towards right now, is this guy right here. So he will, you can get the gossip, but he will buy all of these assault rifles from me and more. So I'm going to sell all those assault rifles, and you can make shotguns and pistols and sniper rifles if you want. But anyway, I just wanted to get a little bit of credits going for now, because I want a multi-tool, which a lot of times you can find for free if you're looking around. I want 5 of these multi-charges. Actually, I'm going to get 6, because when I put one in, I'm going to be down to 5. And I want 6 drill charges. And it won't be too long, we're actually going to be able to make the drill charges and stuff ourselves, but until we get Promethium, that's the best we can do. So, here we go. Now, the other nice thing that this has is for later on, this teleporter here. But for right now, if I teleport to the teleport station, I'm going to be pretty miserable, because my ship is going to be all the way over here, and that teleporter where we started is not active because it's broken. And so for right now, and I don't know if you ever can, you can't teleport back here. So do not teleport there, or else you have to figure out a way to walk all the way back here. All right. And then when you're doing some of the missions, it's going to send you to look for this guy, which is why I said the easiest way to find this base is do the missions. But for right now, I'm not really messing with that. I'm just trying to get us into like a super mining mode where things are a little easier. And then if you want to, that's the way that you can go. So now comes the fun part. We have to go into space. And I am going to open up the ship here in a second once I get out of this, and hit V to switch back to this view. Alright, now when I start to head into space, I'm going to go ahead and save it. And the reason for that is you can exit the atmosphere, and there will be a wow, let's do something real quick. Alright, we got plenty of oxygen bottles. I was just thinking that, so I didn't see it on the meter. I meant to do this earlier, but you can put those oxygen bottles in there, fills up that oxygen, and then back in the main menu you can turn on the oxygen so it won't use the oxygen from your suit while you are inside of your little spacecraft. And now we're just going to head out into the solar system, and we're looking for what's called the orbital trading station, and hopefully that is a lot closer to the planet than it was to find the on-ground trading station. But I think you'll see once we get this done that it is all worthwhile. So I'm going to get out here and see if we can get lucky. So as soon as you come into space, use your scanner and kind of look around. So let's see, that thing's moving. Oh, look at that, the orbital trading station's right there. That's really good. I'm going to slow down for just a minute, and the reason for that is this red stuff is those Xerax, and if they're really cooking towards you, it means they're drones. So those two are probably space stations or bigger ships, so those aren't really a threat. And I'm going to scan one more time, and I'm going to kind of just take a peek in all directions real quick before I go, because I have parked at the space station before, and while I was goofing around inside the space station, they came up and blew up my ship and I couldn't get back, so that was kind of miserable. So for right now it looks like we're kind of clear, and I am going to go into this space station. And once, you know, now that we're out of gravity, it does, your ship does tend to drift a little bit more. Good. That Prometheum asteroid is what I was going to be looking for next, so that's awesome. All right, so let's now if you're in space, when you turn off the ship, it doesn't float to the ground, so you want to make sure and hold C down and get as close to the ground as you can, because, well, actually it doesn't really matter in space, because I can, with the jump jets on, I can fly my person around just like I was flying the ship around. All right, now once I'm in the space station, you kind of will get all turned sideways, and it makes things hard, and you got to hit Q and E and stuff to straighten out. So I like to turn the jump jets off, and then if anything in space has gravity, you're able to walk around just like you're on the surface of the planet again. So I'm gonna come in here, and I am gonna go all the way up these elevators. These little square blocks like this are elevator shafts, and I'm gonna go all the way to the top. First things first, we've made several credits from doing those different missions, so I'm going to open up this ATM and drop those off. And then I'm going to come right upstairs, and there's this mining guy. So here's what we're going to get from him. We are, he wants to do gossip too, but we're just going to get a drill, and we can't afford this. Medium armor is going to be nice for later, but you're going to have to sell a lot of stuff to get there. So I want this EVA boost, and I want this radiation protection boost. And I should have kind of pointed out what happens without them, but so once you have those, you're looking for an armor locker, and that's the nice thing about these space stations and stuff. They usually have one in it that you can use, and it doesn't hurt your faction at all. So I'm going to go ahead and put this EVA boost and this radiation boost in here. And reason for the EVA boost is when you're in space, the temperature is roughly 100 and, well, you can see it says outside it's 189 degrees negative. So that EVA boost is going to help you avoid that a lot. I'm going to turn my jump jets back on now and fly up here to where the door is open. You can see how I'm getting all turned sideways and stuff. And I'm going to get back in the ship. So now we are going to do some serious mining, but it's going to be a lot better. I'm going to let this video run just a little bit longer since that Prometheum asteroid was right there, and just showcase that all that time we wasted getting to this drill. I'm going to go ahead and save again just in case an enemy ship sneaks up on me while I'm messing with this asteroid. And what I'm going to do from this point is I am going to go farm this, and I'm going to farm quite a lot of copper and silicon and iron, and then I'm going to go back to the base down there, and we're going to work on the next pieces that we need. So just real quick, I'm going to hop out of the ship now. With the Prometheum, with the other stuff, I go ahead and just oh darn it, I didn't put the drill in my, okay, I'm going to put the drill on my toolbar and start it up. So just for grins, here is the survival tool we started with, and you can see this is just going to take forever. But then when you switch to the drill, and it has to reload, you can now just, oh, yep, see, good thing all right, let's get out of here. And when you resume game, you don't want to take the top one, because that's the one that it auto-saved when I just left the game. So I'm going to load the game here, and that's going to put me back when I just left the space station. And I'm going to look for that drone before I try to farm. But anyway, you can see that that drill really makes a difference in the farming, and that is where I'm going to leave you until I get all farmed up. So I will be back in a little while.